right, welcome back to the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. Mike Catalana. I am Jenna Cottrell. The Bills getting a big win here. We're going to talk all about it, but before we do, please be sure to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. All right, Buffalo picking up the 31-10 win. This game was tied at the half. Josh Allen and company, though, turning it on in the second half. I mean, what is we'll start with your biggest takeaway from tonight.
It was a statement win. I don't care what the Bills say. Now, look, they have to approach it as one of 17 because they're the guys who got to go out there against the Titans and the Dolphins and everybody else.
Yeah.
But in terms of around the league, there was a lot of talk. You heard it, Jen. It was like, Bills are Super Bowl favorites. And then some people would be like, why? They didn't win last year. The Bengals got to the Super Bowl, whatever the reason is. That second half against a Rams team that won the Super Bowl a year ago was dominant football, physical football, Josh Allen football. It was a statement win. There's no question in my mind. They told the league, okay, it's a long season, but we're the team right now.
And to start out things, Josh Allen, the Bills drive down the field. Then there were a lot of mistakes. But in that second half, I mean, Josh, I think I texted you, I think Josh sometimes kind of needs that little bit of physicality, like that hit.
Yeah.
And he was fired up. And then to see him and the Bills go down the field, I mean, even Jordan Poyer talked about it. Everyone talks about it. I mean, even Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen's got that dog in him. But, I mean, he just flipped that switch.
He did. And I tell you, it was interesting that he thought at halftime he was happy because it was only 10-10 and they had the 3 turnovers. And look, you can go back and forth. Cook fumbles his first carry.
Yeah.
That could have been a big negative. Instead, the Bills got the ball right back.
Yeah.
They picked up the rookie. Josh threw 2 picks. One off McKenzie's hands, got to make that play. And then the second one, we don't really know what happened between he and Crowder, but they were turnovers.
Yeah.
They gave the ball up. And boy, they came out in the second half. And I will say this, Sean McDermott does that whole bit about crediting the kick coverage team. But that was a big play. They started out at the 10-yard line. Next thing you know, the Bills got the ball. And Jenna, from that moment on, Josh's physical play, and I know we're going to talk about the play, the Josh play, but I thought he set the tone for the entire team. And he wasn't the only physical player.
No.
I mean, Devin Singletary ran the ball so hard. He was great. And they made plays in the run game. But, man, Josh, when he puts the team on his back like that, it's something to see.
All right, let's talk about the stiff arm because from where I was standing shooting the game, I didn't really I saw it, but I wasn't, able to see the slow-mo, all that stuff. Talk me through that.
Yeah, I mean, he's coming along the sidelines. Defender comes at him, and Josh angry run. Kyle Brandt tweeted out the play from NFL Network so fast. I think that's the play to beat. It is the play to beat for the year because it's Josh Allen. And he takes that physical nature on, and it does fire up the whole team. There's no doubt about it. I asked him after the game about running. He ran 10 times.
Yeah.
And I said, you always say, I'll do what it takes, but do you like running? And he said, I like winning. That is Josh Allen in a nutshell. Stiff arm the guy, leap over him, throw it past him, whatever it is. It is really a pleasure and you get to see it on the sidelines. I have to say, we're here to cover the team, but it's a privilege to watch that guy play.
It's bananas. And to see the reaction he gets from his teammates and how much they feed into it. I mean, Josh Allen's will to win, sometimes I feel like he does put the team on his back, and he's like, all right. You can just tell in his eyes, I don't know. It's like his will to win is like my will to eat ice cream every day. I'm going to make it happen. It's going to happen.
So Brian Daboll used to get a lot of grief because Josh would run the ball. They say Josh is running too much, or why is he doing it? Well, Brian Daboll ain't coaching here anymore.
Yeah.
Josh ran it 10 times, even after they were up 31-10. And sometimes you think, come on, at this point, take it down a notch or don't do it. Honestly, Jenna, I just think it's the way he is. It's the way this team is. They feed off of it. Now, he's got to watch taking a hit because he does take a lot of hits.
Yeah.
But it's the way the guy is wired. And then the passes that he made were just spectacular.
The one to Diggs. I mean, we could talk all day. Let's talk a little bit about the defense, though.
Yeah.
Because, Von Miller being brought back here. Last year we didn't see the Bills' defensive line really get a lot of consistent pressure. And tonight they were eating, including Von Miller, obviously. Jordan Phillips. Like, I mean, it was insane.
Yeah, I mean, Von Miller gets it started, right? Right away, it's 40. And then when you see the replay of his second sack, they try to block him. They barely touched him. He is so quick off the jump, and he made plays. So for him, it was great. But everybody fed off of it, including the secondary. But everybody, and really, Jordan Phillips, two big plays. A.J. Epinesa made plays. Yeah. Boogie Basham got a pick.
Greg Rousseau.
It would have been coming right to Tremaine Edmonds. He just is not destined to make those plays because the ball, Boogie knocked it up and it was sort of coming towards him, and then Boogie picked it off. But, you know, I mean, Jordan Poyer got a pick. Yeah. I mean, the whole defense fed off of it. I think Von really got it started, but they invested a ton in the defensive line. We saw a big smile on Brandon Beane's face over here on the sidelines. Yeah. His investments have paid off week number 1.
Yeah, they certainly have so far. It is a long season. The Bills have talked about that. It's 1 win. Obviously, like you said, it was a dominant win. And we were talking last night about the fact that we thought there could be the possibility of a blowout because the Bills were so motivated. There's so much pressure on this team. Maybe a little bit of a hangover for this Super Bowl winning Rams team. But to see the performance they put on tonight, specifically in that second half, where do they go from here? Because confidence is high, and even Gabe Davis, I think, said it like, our confidence might be a little too high.
Yeah, you know what I liked about it? You know, sometimes when a game gets out of hand, you know, it's a pick and the guy runs it back or whatever it is. Look at what they did. Yeah. They physically marched down the field for a touchdown, and he got it. Look what he got touchdowns to. He did a quick slant and got it to Isaiah McKenzie after he had that interception.
I thought that was
he had gotten the earlier one that he got to Gabe Davis on the beautiful play fake, and he's wide open.
It faked me out. I didn't get the touchdown.
You and the rest of the Rams were all faked out on that play. And then they make it sound so casual on the touchdown. Josh is like, I just told Stephon to run, and he ran fast. I mean, Josh is on the move to the side and just flicks the ball down the field, and it's a back-breaking touchdown.
It's demoralizing for the defense. You can't cover that.
No, and I like that. So you look at the way they won this game. Halftime, 10-10, made some mistakes. They're in it. And then in the second half, honestly, they treated the Rams, the Super Bowl champion Rams, like the team coming in for the homecoming game.
Yeah.
I mean, they dominated them. They shut them out in the second half at home. I thought the Rams just didn't have a lot of fight in that second half, but I think it was the Bills that did it to them. Physically dominating performance. And again, I mentioned Singletary making plays, Jamison Crowder making plays, and defensively, so many guys, including Poyer, getting his own interception. And then playing well with the rookies. I mean, 10 points for the Rams. Cooper Kupp catch 100 passes. He's a phenomenal player. Yeah. But everybody else got shut down by the Rams.
What does a win like this do? Because it is week 1.
Yeah.
It was dominant, but there's such a long season left. What is the takeaway now?
I do believe they're right in thinking that it's 1 of 17, and I think that's great. And I do think they buy into that, but they're feeling pretty good. You know, they know that they can't just say, we're the best team. Oh, they're the best team of week 1. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's going to be hard to look much better against a quality opponent than the Bills did coming in this way. So I think it sort of works together, but this is a disciplined team. They're smart. They've been through it before. That's what's funny. The questions today, the way they answered it was almost like a team that had won it all before, just because they were like, we get it. Yeah. It's 1 of 17. But Jenna, you were there during the week. You know, they talked about it's 1 of 17 no matter what happens. Yeah. And last year it was a loss. That Pittsburgh game was awful.
Oh, that was gross.
This year it was it was dominant. It was fun to see. I know fans loved watching it, and they showed everybody who they are at this moment. And they can beat you in a lot of ways. More than just 17, but 17 was pretty good.
There was a whole lot of Bills fans here as well. And my favorite thing was after the Diggs touchdown, I couldn't tweet because there was no cell service, but you could just, in droves, Rams fans just heading out because they're like, this game, like you said, back-breaking type of touchdown. I mean, you talk about the stars on this team, and I know we're in LA, and obviously the Rams have a star-studded team, but this team feels like they have the opportunity to be scary good.
Yeah. Oh, they do. I mean, they have the quarterback. They have the weapons when you look at it that way. And now they have not just a defense, because we know they've had the secondary, and eventually they'll get Trey White back. And the rookies look good today.
Yeah.
But when that defensive line is playing that way, putting pressure on the quarterback, shutting down whatever run game the Rams tried to do, forcing their own turnovers, I mean, this is a tough team to beat. Special teams are good. The coaching is very good. And the star players came to play in Hollywood.
Yeah. All right. Well, a reminder, we'll have plenty more coverage all season long. For Mike, I'm Jenna. Please be sure to subscribe to the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.